President Trump just broke the internet by dropping an F-bomb that was heard around the world this morning after Israel and Iran kept striking each other after the ceasefire was agreed to yesterday. Now, of course, there's all these accusations. Israel is saying we kept striking because they kept striking. And so, sorry, if they're going to keep striking, then we're going to keep striking. And Iran is saying we did not. So it's still a game of hearsay, but President Trump is dead set on what he thinks. And we're going to watch this video because it is all that anyone is talking about right now. And Trump, regardless, is furious. He is absolutely livid. Why? Because this man simply wants peace. That is what he wants. And then he brokered a historic ceasefire yesterday. And now bombs are still flying even after the ceasefire was supposed to go into effect. So he is not happy, and we're going to watch this video together, and you will see just how serious he is about peace. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Let's watch it.
But reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. Yeah, I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Have you spoken to him this morning? How confident are you that Iran
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
No, Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Israel says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have a response to Iran?
And that was his final word. Wow, what a way to end that little press gaggle. This man is furious, but it's a righteous anger. This man wants peace, and he is not afraid to say, I'm not happy with Israel right now. You have a lot of people on the right now saying, oh, well, you know, Trump is just shilling for Israel. He's going to do their dirty work. He's going to do whatever they want. Yet he is openly saying, I don't like how you kept shooting rockets into the morning. Okay? If we say that we're going to call off the shooting and the bombs in 12 hours, you don't just use that as your little time window to get in as many bombs as you can, all right? It's almost like, all right, I'm going to start my diet Monday morning, so I'm just going to eat as many calories as I humanly possibly can on Sunday. That's not how this works, okay? And Trump is clearly not happy. And actually Cenk Uygur, who actually normally does not like Trump, he straight up says, let me make sure that you can see this here. I'm really happy to see that Trump is furious at Israel. Why? That means he's serious about peace at this point, because Israel almost always breaks the ceasefires. Then the US president has to swallow their pride and lie on behalf of Israel and pretend it wasn't their fault. But Trump didn't do that. He shouldn't have started the war in the first place, but he's fighting the ceasefire to work, for the ceasefire to work. And the only way it works is if you get Israel under control. So credit where credit is due. And again, Trump is serious. He posted this on Truth Social a few hours ago. Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. This is the ultimate dad is mad at the kids moment. President Trump is looking at Israel and Iran. And actually, Matt Walsh made a really good point about this. He tweeted out something along the lines of like, look, this feud is an ancient feud. And it's been thousands and thousands of years in the making. So a ceasefire between these two nations is probably, a permanent ceasefire is probably never going to happen. But if we can tone down on the nuclear war lingo and the language here, then our world is going to be a lot safer place. And if any president is going to broker more peace in that region, it is going to be this man here, Donald J. Trump. And so he is doing everything he can. I hope that it's abundantly clear by now that he is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that we have peace in our world, because that's the promise that he campaigned on in his campaign. Okay? He is not a warmonger. Sometimes you have to use peace. You have to use strength in order to get peace. President Trump did not start a war with these airstrikes over the weekend. He ended it. He ended the talks. He actually, only President Trump could literally bomb someone's nuclear sites, and then a couple days later, they're agreeing to a ceasefire. Okay? Now, yes, there's still iffy questions about like what happened with that ceasefire, and was it who violated it, who didn't? But at the end of the day, he is clearly doing the best he can to broker peace. And this is exactly what we voted for. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you think President Trump's anger is justified? Because I think it is. These countries need to get their act together. And he is right. They don't know what they're doing. Comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to the channel now.